Hi everyone, it's Tammy. I am going to do a video demonstration to show you how I use my Copic markers, or my alcohol-based markers. Some of them are Copics and some of them are these Tri-Arts that I got online through Amazon. I also have these were my very first ones, alcohol-based. They are Pro markers, and I have skin tones for those, so I don't think I'll be using these today just because I am not doing any people. And my hardest thing to do is animals that are all one color, like dark colors, especially like bears or dogs that I'm trying to make black or dark brown or something like that. So I hope that these chickens will be okay. I thought these were cute, and I could put something like spring chicken on the card and send these to some of my people that live kind of far away or whatever. I just enjoy sending cards. I don't do it as much as I should, but I do like it. And I think I'm going to do each one of these, maybe even just a little bit different, and then I will show you, I think as long as the video isn't too long, on how I do each card. I may just color one with you. We'll see how well it's going or how fast I'm coloring. So I'm going to just start with a chicken, and usually what I do is I don't follow the rules of how you're supposed to do it. I did watch videos, so I kind of have those ideas in my head, but I've been doing this for a few years now, and I just kind of do my own thing. The great thing about these alcohol-based markers is that they do allow for you to like color over things, so like you can blend really well, and I'll show you some of that, I hope. So these are two tipped. This one has like an artist tip. I don't know if you can hopefully see that. It has like a tip like that, and then it also has I don't know what this tip is called, but like almost like a marker tip, like I don't know, a thick marker. I hardly ever use that side. I usually always use the more artisty tip. And just so that you guys won't wonder, I am in my craft room. This is where I scrapbook usually, or make cards or whatever. I use an old calendar for my base so that I can stamp on it or color on it or whatever, and it doesn't matter. I'm just using this blue background because I thought it was easier to see in the camera than this. So I thought that I'd put this just little piece of scrapbook paper down so that you guys could see it a little bit better. And I printed these images just on regular paper. It's just a digi-stamp. You can find them online. I think this one is by Bugaboo stamps, and I love her stuff. And she does some really, really cute, kind of basic, not a lot of lines stamps, which makes them easier, at least for me, to color. I like that a lot. If it has a lot of lines or a lot of color, it's a little bit harder. Like I did this one, which I think turned out really cute, but sometimes they're harder to color because of all of the lines. But this is a really cute card. You just open it like this, and then if you turn it, you can also, how did this work? There's something, it's like a hidden message card, and I don't remember how it works. That's pretty funny. I don't know, but I'll have to look to see how I made it because I don't even remember. But it was cute, and it was it's a 3-dimensional card. I made these stick up, so I'll have to send this to someone like in a box. I just kind of made it to see if I could, so I kind of do that, and then I will show you some of the other digis that I've done so that you can see. So here's one that I did use the skin tones on, and I just colored it one color and then kind of highlighted her face a little bit and highlighted her hair a little bit. But I'm not an expert at this. I just enjoy it, and these colors make it fun to color, so it makes me want to do it, which is what this whole thing is about, right? So here's one that's all kind of one color. I think I've used a couple colors on here, but because he's a little bit darker, he's harder, at least for me, to do. I'm working on that, but I'm not there yet. Here's a cute little Paris themed. And some of these I just use and color as though it's just a picture, and I don't do a lot of highlighting, but some of the other ones I do quite a bit of highlighting. My son played football, so I did this for him. I haven't done the scrapbook page that I expected that to go with, or intended that to go with, But so I've just done a lot of these, and because it's so much fun to color, I just go ahead and color images that are ready for cards when I feel like I need to make them. And I sometimes try to do harder ones, or I don't really pay attention to what I'm doing necessarily. Like, I don't have anything in mind when I'm doing it, I guess. I pay attention to what I'm doing. I just don't have, like, this would be really cute for summer, but I didn't like color it and say, oh, I'm going to send this to someone. If I do that, then I usually go ahead and send it to that person. So I don't have those images that I've colored. But lots of these are just, oh, let's play with this and see what we got. That's cute with her engagement ring. And yeah, you can use all sorts of things. You can use glitter. You can use, oh, I have this, oh, there's a digi that I haven't done yet. I have this stuff that kind of makes things flocked or fuzzy. I might do that on one of the chickens so that you can see that too. Oops, is there one there? Yeah, like that hamster isn't my favorite because he's just hard to color. I mean, he's cute though. And I would definitely give it away as a card. I mean, people like cards and they enjoy them. So I'm sometimes, you know, you're your own worst critic. So I don't do a great job. Bears are really hard for me. And things with lots of color, sometimes it does run even if you don't mean it to. But it's still fun. So here's my examples of things that I've done. And so now we'll get started doing this one. And I just keep those tucked away, so if I need a quick card, I know I have some things that I can use for just about every occasion. So on this one, I just see, like, this is her ribbon and her bow, and she's just a cute little chicken. So I'm just going to start coloring. And if you'll notice on these, the color kind of, like, I don't know, it makes you be able to see the back. I don't know how to say it. And this color that I'm using is lemon yellow. It's Y13. And then on the back, it like shows through. That's something that all alcohol-based colors do. But it like dries pretty quickly too. It like dries pretty immediately. And you can just color her whole body. And if you watch YouTube videos, you'll probably get a better deal of people that are really good. I mean, the thing to do, I think, is to watch people that you think are better than you and copy what they do. And that's what I've been trying to do with my bears and such. As far as like these coloring, I did watch videos, but then I just kind of started doing my own thing, and I think that it looks decent, so I just do my own thing. And if you guys want to do that, you're more than welcome to. So, and these, I didn't tell you, these Copic markers are quite expensive. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them or not. I don't even know how much these are. I did not buy any of these sets for myself. I got them as presents, and it would be like my whole Christmas present, because I would say this package is over $100. It's crazy. So, that's why I don't have a million colors. If you went to buy them, you could get them individually, but they're like $5 a piece individually. Now, I did buy one of them because I have some skin tones over here too. Oh, it must have been one of these, because if you'll see, I have 2 of the E00s, which is a skin tone that I like. And one of them kind of ran out of ink, so I bought the other one so that I could replace it. But there's still some in there, so I haven't thrown it out because I'm going to use it to the last drop. And you can buy refills for these. I have not had to do that yet, and I don't exactly know how to do that. But so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this darker color and just kind of highlight around where her where the darker lines are, and I'll like highlight this little crest on her chest. And I'm just now highlighting just around the lines. And you'll see that it kind of goes on a little darker, but then it dries almost lighter. Like, see how this looks lighter, or it looks like a different color almost than that, but it will dry to be that same color. And then I can leave it like that, or if I wanted to, I could like kind of blend it in a little bit more. Well, that's a good example because that's the same color, and see how it looks a little bit different as I'm blending it, but it will dry and it will look better. So I'm just gonna kind of do that, like just fan it in. And I just use light strokes, and I make sure that I end where I want the color to be less intense, which is like the middle of her face. So I'm spinning the card around so that I get all of the middle in the light area, if I'm making any sense. Hopefully I am. And I'm going to do the same thing with this, only I'm doing it at her neck, and I'm doing it at her belly, toward the middle of her belly. Now she has this heart here, so I'm just going to be conscious of that and just kind of go around the heart because I want to make the heart a different color. And I'm just swinging it in lightly toward the belly. And on this one I'm using Y15. It's a cadmium yellow. And I'm going to do the same thing with her little hand or her wing. And I see that there's a little bit there. And then because of this tuft of hair that she has right here, I'm going to go ahead and color that in one more time, kind of a darker, so that it will show up a little bit darker. So that's kind of what I've done for her. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and color the beak, and I'm going to color that orange. Now, let's say I want to color orange, but let me show you this orange color. And let's say I think that that orange color is too bright for her little beak, and I want to make it a little lighter. I can use what's called a blender pen, which is just colorless, and its number is 0. And it also has the 2 edges. And I can take this colorless blender, put a little bit of color on it, and color again, and it's going to make it a totally different, lighter color, based on however much I put on. So I'm going to kind of do that with her beak, just so you guys can see that too. So I'm just kind of going around, and you'll see when it ends up with no color. Like I colored there, and then I did this side of the triangle, but you don't see any orange on that side of the triangle because the orange, it still looks like it's on here, but it's not. And I'll show you how to get it off. It's super easy. That's one of the things that I love about these markers. So I just went around her nose, and then I'm kind of bringing it into the middle. So it's kind of a lighter orange than if I had just gone in and colored it orange. And I'm sure that you guys can tell that. But honestly, I think I'm going to make it even just a little bit darker because I want it to be a little bit more orange than that. So in this case, I'm starting in the middle because that's the lightest. And then now I'm going to go to the outside. And if I used thicker paper, you would still be able to see the color shine through on the back, but it wouldn't be so difficult to blend. And that wasn't real difficult, but if you play with it, you'll see what I mean. When you do your own, you'll understand what I'm saying. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend just doing it on regular paper if you have something that you really want to do perfect. For card making, I think it's fine to do it on regular paper. I mean, let's face it, unfortunately, a lot of people who get these cards throw them away, or, you know, they're going to love it anyway. They're going to say, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And if they don't throw it away, they'll keep it, but they're going to love it. It's not going to stay, it's not a masterpiece. It's not going to be hung on anyone's wall or anything. And then if you see what I'm doing here, I'm just taking my colorless blender pen. Ooh, I heard something outside. And I am just coloring, like scribbling on a piece of paper, and it's coming off clear, and then it's like getting off of there's like no orange on here anymore. So that's when I know that it's clean, and that's literally all I have to do. Whoops. There must have been some leak in here. And I didn't tell you this orange. This orange is chrome orange, and it's YR04. And these came in a set, like I think I said. So I didn't pick out these colors individually. I just got the set of colors. And I'm so anal, I try to keep them in the same set. So I think that if you got these, you would be getting either this set or this set. I try not to mix and match them even in their own boxes because I'm goofy like that. So now I'm going to do her little headband and the flower. I'm not sure what color I want to do. I think I might want to do some maybe, I don't know, pink always stands out to me. I just love pink, and this set has a lot of pinks on it because that's my favorite color, and he was my boyfriend at the time. He got me those because I love pink. So I think I'll do pink on her. Let's see. I think I'll do, this one's R85 Rose Red. I think I'm going to just color the heart this rose red color, and I'm just going to do it straight up. So there's the rose red. And then I think I will do the rose red around the edges of her headband. And then I'll go in with a lighter color to do the middle. So around the edges of her headband and the bow. And again, I'm going to color the little black lines on her bow because I want to make sure that those get a little darker. And I just literally just kind of sloppily color it so that it'll have some color on it. Oh, and I need to color her legs a little bit too. And I'll probably use the orange technique with that too. And then I'm going to take a lighter color. And usually I think that you're supposed to stay in the same color wheel. So, and I don't even really know what I'm talking about, but that one's R85 and I have another R81. So I know that the 80s are going to like work well together. However, I haven't really had much of a problem when I do different colors. I used to know what the R stood for and I don't remember because this one says V and that one says RV. I don't remember what the colors mean, but so I'm going to use this rose pink because I know it stays in the same color wheel, but I normally wouldn't pay much attention to that. Just because I have the colors available, I can. So I don't even know what color this is. Okay, it's a pretty light pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color in this bow, and I'm drawing over the darker colors to hopefully draw some of that in to this color too. So I'm trying to drag some of the darker coloring into my lighter coloring. And I don't know how well it's working. And if you use, again, different colored papers, you'll have different luck with different things. Or not colored papers, but different thickness of papers, or if you use watercolor papers. So you'll just have to practice and do what you can. This is just literally copy paper. So this is probably the lowest quality you can do. So there, I pulled up, I colored the bow in, and I pulled some of the darker color into the lighter color so that you could see her little bow, and it's kind of a little bit, I don't know, it's got a little dimension to it. And I'm going to do, I think I'll do her legs real quick because I don't want to forget those. And I'm going to do that same technique that I did with her beak to just do a little bit of highlight around her legs so it'll look like she had a little bit of color on her legs. I don't want to go too far outside the lines. I have to go a little bit so that you can see it, but if you go too far, I don't want it to look like all messy. Her little knobby knees. That's cute. Yeah, this Bugaboo stamps, check it out. She has a free stamp every Friday, and it's good for a week. And then, so that's how I got started. I would just print the free stamps, and then you can purchase them, of course. And she has a million designs, and she has tons of sales, and I would totally recommend her. So there's the finished legs. And I think I want to do a purple flower. So I only have this one purple color, it looks like. So, and this is a pretty bright purple. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to outline the outside of it, and then I'm going to bring it forward with my either my blender pen or like even a pink that's almost purple. Oops, and I keep opening the wrong end of these for some goofy reason. So I'm going to kind of start it like this so that I can have a little bit of ink to work with. I was kind of wondering if I shouldn't have done it from the center instead of the outside, but this might look cool too. Maybe I'll do it from the center also, because I kind of like the way this is looking. So maybe I'll do a little bit from the center too. And then I'm going to take my blender pen and I'm just going to try to draw some of that color out and down and up. Out and down and up. Wow. Down because I'm going in this direction, and up because I'm going in this direction. It's making it like a lavender, which is pretty, but it's not exactly what I was looking for, so I might go in with a pink color too. And there's not much on this blender pen, so let's see, I'm going to go in with, or you know what, I think I'm going to use the blender. And sometimes what I do is I'll use this edge for the blender pen because I know that this edge doesn't get very much use. And some of this is a little bit runny, I think, because of the paper choice. At least that's what I'm going to blame it on. And my lamp is so hot. I got it at the Goodwill for cheap, but man, I don't know if something's wrong with it, but it gets so warm. Even when I'm sitting in here scrapbooking, I often will have my window open even in the winter time. And I'm just going to continue to play with this to try to get that to look the way I'm picturing it in my head. Which is, it's working, it's just taking a little bit. So you just kind of have to be patient. And honestly, I think this is fun. If you guys don't enjoy this, I wouldn't suggest sitting down and trying to do it, because it's really, I mean, you're just coloring. I tell my husband that I learned everything I needed to learn in kindergarten. I know I've seen those signs before, and you probably have too, but I mean, honestly, I just wish I could be a kindergartner my whole life. I enjoy like all of the coloring, cutting, pasting, all of that. That's fun to me. Okay, I think that that looks pretty cute. It has a little bit of dimension and a little bit of color, and it's cute. So I'm just taking off the purple on this. And there's that. And that. And then I'm going to do green on the leaf. Oh, and I think that this is a little yellow piece sticking out of her hair. I think I'll do that real quick, and I'll do that in this darker yellow. I didn't realize that was hair. That's funny. Or feather, I don't know. And then I'm going to take this and color the stem. And then I will take this and kind of color a little bit of the leaf. And I just colored a little bit of the leaf with that darker, like really green. And then now I'm going to take this lighter green. That was a GO2 Spectrum green, and this one is a YG03 yellow green. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to kind of mix it with this green. Oops. To get that. So I have kind of a cute dimensional leaf as well. And then I'm also going to color that middle piece, and I think I'm going to color that middle piece yellow. And I will just do just a regular yellow. So there, that's one digi, that's just done. And I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and make the card. I don't even know what time it is right now. I'll make the card and then we can go on to another one and maybe do another if you want, or maybe I'll do the other ones offline, and I don't know. We'll see. I just don't know what you guys want to see exactly. And I don't have the card like in my head totally made up yet. So I don't know if what you guys want to see. So I have my handy dandy Fiskars cutter. I know that you guys have seen these before. And I usually don't use it sideways, but I'm going to just for this. And I just kind of, I don't know, I'm not real picky on how straight it is. I mean, of course I want it to be decently straight, but I'm not going to fret if I get it a little off. So there we go. And you can do it however you want. If you want to do it square, if you want to do it or like a rectangle, or if you want to fussy cut it, or however you want to do it. This is your creation. That's one thing that I love about scrapbooking and such, is that there's no wrong way to do it. Whatever you want to do is the right way. And we all are so different. And I think it's cool because you can appreciate what other people have done, even if it's not the way you'd do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just cutting it like that. And like I said, I'm going to make it a spring chicken card. So I think I'm going to go around the edges in a pink and then, or a different color. Let me see. And then I'm going to put it on something and then put that on the card. I just don't know what I'm going to put it on yet. I just have these things sitting here. These were in a spiral, and I think I got them at Tuesday morning. And I thought, oh, those are kind of cute. Maybe I'll use one of those. They're kind of Valentine-y, but they're kind of cute because they add some dimension or some, I don't know, something extra to the card. I'm just trying to see what I like. They were spiral bound, and I just took the spiral out because I didn't want to use it like as a book, and I didn't want to tear the pages out. I'd rather cut the spiral off. Now I'm kind of not thinking I like this color. Maybe this is a pink one. Maybe that would be, oh, with the flower thing on it. Here's a pink one. Maybe I'll like that better. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Maybe I'll go with that for this one. I just didn't like the red on it so much. So, let's see. I'm going to cut the spiral off for sure. Do I have two? Okay, so on these I am going to try to be a little more careful just to cut the spiral part off, and I'm going to turn it the way I normally would be able to cut. And I'm just bringing it down. I don't know if you guys have used one of these before, and if you need more instructions, then just let me know and I will be happy to do a different video on like how to use, on the basics, I guess. But right now I'll assume that you guys know how to use those. And then I will put this there, which is cute. And then I'm going to also, I think, get a piece of pink paper, which I should have some over here. My craft room is a little bit messy with stuff, only because I moved it over so that I could put this tripod here. So, let's see. I'm looking for some pink. Pink, where are you? Here's a pink polka dot scrapbook. Will that look decent or no? I think that would look, no, that's too crazy. Too crazy for me. Oh, here's brown. Maybe I could use some brown. That might help bring it out a little. That's not bad. Keep looking though. Let's see. I really just kind of wanted a piece of pink. Here, I found something in this bag. Yeah, I just don't like the pattern. I keep all of my scraps, and that's a suggestion I would say too for all of you frugal scrapbookers. Keep all your scraps and keep all of your everything so that you can use it. I mean, usually you can find a way to use not like tiny little scraps. If it's less than, I don't know, 3 by 3, I probably throw it away. But if it's bigger than that, I keep it so that I can, and I sort it out on my I have a little letter bin, like an in and out bin, and I sort it out by color. I just have things sitting on it right now that I normally don't have sitting on it, so it's harder to get in and see my colors. So that's why there's a struggling. Here's another pattern one. Goodness, I just keep finding patterned ones, but this patterned one might work. Huh. See, I spend too much time finding colors because I'm just not very good at colors. If any of you are really good at colors, I would love to hear how you choose your colors and what you do with your colors. Because I'm not the best at picking out colors. And now I'm thinking that if I do craft brown under here, I should maybe do a craft brown card. And I really kind of wanted to do, well, you know what? I think I want to do a pink card. So let me just see what I have in here. I have this set of stuff that I got from, I don't even know if it was Hobby Lobby or Target. It's Carlton Cards. It has 20 note cards and 200 note cards and 200 envelopes. But now that I'm looking at it, I wonder if the note cards even open. I think it's just a piece of cardstock. Which, that's weird. How can they say that's a note card? Because it's just really a piece of cardstock. So I guess it's just for a one-way card? Like, I mean, like one that doesn't open? I don't know. I think I got this, I kind of think I got this at Target. And I liked the colors, so I thought, ooh, I'll get that. And I like that the envelopes match. So maybe I can make this work if I... But then it'll just be a one-sided card, and I guess I just write the stuff on the other side? That's a little bizarre to me. Or I could just make a card with some white cardstock and make it the size of this. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, sorry about that. That took entirely too long. So let me cut this down to size. Most cards that I make are A2s, which are 5.5 by 4.25. So I just take a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half, and it's, oh, I don't know if it's, that's the only problem, is I think that this card might be a little smaller, and it is. I'm glad that I looked. So I need to cut another 1/4 inch off. I think it's a 1/4 inch. It's a little more than a 1/4 inch. Well, maybe it's not. Oh yeah, maybe it is. Just cut that off, and then I will cut this in half as well. So we have that, which I guess I should just measure it. It's weird dimensions though, because it's like not quite 4. So then not quite 4 again. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to fold this where this is with my bone folder. Make sure that that fits all right. It's still a little bit long. That's insane. So I will just cut it there. Let me just make sure that it's there. I need to make sure it fits in the envelope, so I'm trying to be... Okay, good. So now I can cut the pink a little bit and make it work. But before I do that, I'm going to check it out and see what I don't know why this thing keeps falling off. It didn't used to do that. It must be just because of so much wear. I've had that for a long time. And I would recommend it. I would buy that again for sure. So let's see here. If I put this directly on here, I would need to cut some of this off. If I put this directly on first and then put this on, you wouldn't even really be able to see that very much. So I could take some of it off, or what I think I'm going to do is I will put this directly on here, maybe like that. And I will cut this down to hold her and put her on here. I don't know. This is bizarro. I should have planned this out a little better. Or I could put it all the way down and then put a bow up here. I think that's what I'll do. I'll put this like this, and I will cut this edge off so it kind of goes with that. And then I will cut these. So here, let me do that. Normally I would use my big automatic tape gun, but I ran out of tape, so I've ordered some more. So I'm just going to put the tape directly onto the card because this is bigger than the card. Otherwise I would put it on that. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to carefully try to put it at the bottom of the page, center it there. Get off some of that tape so it doesn't stick together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little scissors and I'm going to cut around here so that the card will match the little inset of this. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut the excess paper away from the card. And these scissors aren't the best ones to use for this. I should have used longer scissors, but it does the trick, doesn't it? I do love these scissors. I have another pair of the Fiskars longer ones that have the spring. I love those. Okay, so then there's that. And then I will use my spring chicken and I want to put a bow on here. So I'm going to see what kind of bows colors I have. I think I need to go and get a bow color, so I will be right back. I have all my scrapbook supplies in the same room, but they're not all necessarily handy dandy to me. Do I want to use pink or purple? I think I'll use a bright pink. My purple is a little too purpley. Okay. And ribbon, I just buy ribbon from wherever. I buy it when it's on sale at Hobby Lobby. I've bought it from Close to My Heart or Stampin' Up. This is an Offray brand. I have no idea where I got this. It's a big, huge spool of pink ribbon. So I will cut off more than I need. And let's see. I'm going to put this here. I'm questioning whether or not I need to put something down because I know that it's sticky already. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can just stick this on. I've actually filled that spot in nicely. And then I think I'll just do a close cut. on both ends. And then I think I will do her this way or this way with a bow. I don't know, but I do know that I'm going to cut this out around her. And then I'll just use this extra cardstock as scrapbook paper. And cut a little bit off the bottom. All right. So now I will, you know what, I think I'm going to go around her edge, and I think I might use purple just to give a little bit different color to it. And I'm just going to barely go around the edge of the card. And you can do this with ink also, like stamping ink, like an ink pad. And it just gives it some extra added something to the card. I don't know. And then I'm just going to tape this down. I'm just using a little bit on each corner and in the middle. And stick her down. And I didn't use these two, so I'm going to put those back over here. And that's just the envelope. Okay, so now I can decide if I want to do it here or if I want to do it this way. And I think I like it here. And then I think I might write on here something like spring chicken or spring is near, or maybe just spring. And then on the inside I could write something like the spring chicken arrived or something. I don't even have to write anything on the front, but I don't know, just whatever you decide. And then if I do it this way, I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't add a little bit of a bow or something over here. I don't know, I kind of like it like this. What do you guys think? You tell me. Is this cute or should I add a bow? What do you think? Let's cut a little piece of a bow and see what that would look like. And by a bow, I really just mean a knot. And I may have cut too small of a piece to tie into a knot. Let's see, let's see. I got it, but I screwed up on the ends, so I need to cut off there. I honestly don't think it adds anything. I don't think it takes away from anything either, but I'm not sure that it adds. So I think I'll use it just because it's cute, but I don't know that it's necessary. But because I made it and it doesn't take away, I'll go ahead and add. And sometimes I would use glue to add this, but this ribbon is so thin, I think it'll hold fine with just a little bit of this adhesive. This ribbon is so thin and light. Okay. And then to put her on, I think I'll put her there. So there we go. There's the card. And then, I don't know, I could write on the inside or, Sometimes I don't like it when there's like a greeting on the inside of the card, because when I'm writing my letter, I kind of get to the greeting and you have to write over it. But then other times I think it's fun to have a greeting. So I don't know. And I kind of like the spring chicken idea with this. So I may right? Spring chicken, or I don't know. I just don't know. I keep saying that. I hate that. Sorry, guys. I usually can make a decision pretty quick and I just go with it. This time I don't know why I'm struggling, because I think it's because I have an audience. Even though you're not really here and you can't really help me, I'm just thinking out loud, and I think that that's why I'm going, I don't know. I keep second guessing myself. So, but I think that this is cute. This is how I would color my card, and this is the final product, and I see that it's been 45 minutes. So I'm going to call this done, and I might do another tutorial at another time. I don't even know if I'm going to color the other card since it's been 45 minutes. I think I need a break too. I might go get some lunch, and I might even make this card and send it out. But just thank you for watching. If there's anything else I can show you, I'd be happy to. Maybe I'll do another card and do it with a person so that you can see how I color the skin, because sometimes that's intimidating. And I guess that'll do it for now. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and spring is coming.